Come, sit with me, my child. The sun is setting, painting the sky in orange and purple, just like Mama Suzan's kaitanj. This is the best time for stories. Life is like the roads in Dar es Salaam, chaotic, confusing, but sometimes in the quiet, you find your path. My grandmother used to say, a story is a seed. You plant it, water it with wisdom, and let it grow. The story I want to tell you is about kindness, about seeing with your heart, and how love often wears a disguise. We look for big signs, but life whispers, leaving small moments of choice along our path. The real magic is in noticing them, in choosing kindness when no one is watching. So, let's travel together. From Mwanza, where Lake Victoria meets the rocks, to the bustling streets of Dar es Salaam. This story is about a young woman with a good heart and a man everyone else ignored. The greatest treasures are often hidden in unlikely places. Are you ready? Then let the story begin. In Mwanza, among the balancing rocks, lived Suzan, a quiet billionaire. Her family built an empire, but Suzan lived simply, believing wealth was a responsibility, not a crown. Her grandmother taught her money is like water. Let it flow, and it brings life. Suzan walked the market, helped strangers, and found joy in small acts of kindness. She never sought thanks. Kindness was her private song. Each day, she looked for cracks in her community, places where a little help could make a difference, while others chased status. Suzan competed only with herself. Could she be kinder today than yesterday? This daily practice of seeing the unseen led her to a man by the roadside, a meeting that would change her life. It was an ordinary Tuesday, but her garden of kindness was about to bloom in the most unexpected way. Sometimes, the smallest gestures plant the deepest seeds. On a dusty roadside, a man sat alone, ignored by all, judged by his appearance. People saw a street person, but Suzan saw a human being. She noticed his hands, calloused but clean, his eyes, watchful, intelligent, quietly sad. Her grandmother's words echoed, never judge a man by the dust on his feet, but by the path he has walked. Suzan began leaving small gifts, water, food, never making a show of it. He accepted them quietly, always keeping his space tidy. Over days, their silent exchange grew into brief conversations. She learned his name was David. She didn't ask about his past, just treated him with dignity. They spoke of books, engines, and life, building a bridge between two worlds. In these small moments, Suzan saw the person everyone else had missed. Sometimes kindness is the only language needed, and sometimes it's the beginning of everything. Months passed, and Suzan's visits with David became the highlight of her days. One day, she offered him a job, a fresh start. But David hesitated. He had a confession. He revealed he was David Mwanza, heir to a vast fortune, hiding from a world obsessed with wealth. He left everything to see if anyone would see him for who he was, not what he had. For months he was invisible, until Suzan. She offered him not money, but dignity and friendship. Suzan was stunned. It wasn't a trick, but a test of character. Like the old story of a chief disguised as a beggar. True character is revealed in how we treat those from whom we expect nothing. Suzan had passed the test the world had failed. Sometimes the greatest riches are found in the simplest acts. And sometimes love is hidden in plain sight. The truth changed everything. What happened to Suzan and David? That's a story for another day. The real lesson isn't about finding a secret billionaire. It's about the wisdom in their story. How often do we judge by appearances and miss the treasure within? Love arrives quietly, sometimes dressed in rags, waiting for us to notice. We build walls and checklists, missing the good soul right in front of us. My advice, always choose kindness, not for reward, but because it's right. Keep your heart open, be brave enough to love without guarantees. See beyond the surface, read the whole book, not just the cover. As the stars appear, ask yourself, who are the invisible people in your life? Are you brave enough to stop and see them? Life is a mystery. Live it with a kind and open heart, and you'll find magic everywhere.